long time, but things have been really crazy. My mom's dog kind of went crazy and was like biting her foot and stuff, and we found out she's schizophrenic, bipolar, whatever. And I didn't know dogs could be that, but she's on Valium right now, so it's all taken care of. But on top of that, I don't know how many of you know, but we're building a house. So we've been going talking to the builders and contractors and all that stuff and finance people, so we've been really busy. And then on top of that, me and Todd took on Sunday school and the children's Sunday school, and so we are getting used to the new schedules and everything else, but I promise we're going to start putting them out. We're going to start filming on Friday, and then we'll upload them on Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. So those 3 days you'll probably get it depending on Todd's work schedule. Anywho, let's jump right in. I'm going to talk about week 16, 17, 18, and 19, and I promise it's not going to take long. I'm going to only highlight the really important things because a lot of important things have happened. Also, you'll notice that we're inside because it's cold out, and I don't want to freeze my butt off. So, anyways, so week 16, the biggest thing was that I felt the baby kick for the first time. My mom and Todd were in the front seat of the car. We were talking about where we were going to go eat, and they were trying to find a PetSmart, and I felt like this little flick on my stomach, and I thought, was that a kick? And I didn't say anything because I didn't want anybody to be excited and not know for sure. And so I prayed to God. I was like, if that was the baby, let it kick again. And sure enough, blessing, I felt another flick from him. And I was like, oh my gosh, he just kicked. And Todd and Mom were real excited. And then later that night, Todd was working on the weed whacker in the house, and I promised it was a new one. And why he was working in the living room, I don't know. But he was. And my mom was in the other room, and he yelled over there to say something to her. And when he did, it was like the baby heard him and started kicking like crazy. And ever since then, when Todd's voice is going, the baby's going. And I think it's because Todd started talking to the baby from the very beginning. Even though we knew that the baby couldn't hear yet, Todd wanted to get into that habit. So he talks to him every night, and so the baby just gets excited and kicks and moves. But then when Todd puts his hand on him, it just stops completely. And Todd's always like, it's because I comfort it and it feels safe. And I'm like, no, it's not. I was like, you just made all that up to make yourself feel important. Which he is. He is really important. He's been a great guy. Week 16, we also went to our doctor's appointment. The doctor said my uterus is exactly where it needs to be, and the baby is healthy, the heartbeat's great. And then they scheduled our appointment for us to go get our ultrasound to find out the sex and all that stuff. So November 20th, we may know the sex, and so you should look for a gender reveal because we're going to put one on Facebook and YouTube for everybody to see. Then on week 17, the baby started like kicking harder, and then it started like clumping up where you could feel it, and Todd could feel like the hardness of where the baby was laying, but he couldn't feel it kick yet or move. And on week, I think it was 17 or 16, I was having really bad back pain and hip pain, and it was just really bad, and I needed it to stop. And so I had seen where people said exercise balls or birthing balls or yoga balls, whatever you want to call it, helped, like sitting on it. So we went and got one, and it actually does help. So if you're pregnant and your back and hips are hurting, you should definitely use it. It's great. Like, I could sit on it, and it just relieves all that pain and discomfort. On week 18, we went to Chili's for Janella's birthday, my sister-in-law, and she had just turned 17, and we were sitting there eating, and I was having those Chipotle chicken crispers, and the baby just must have really loved them because it was like kicking and all that stuff. And Todd put his hand on my belly, and he felt it kick, and he was so excited. He told everybody. He told the waiters, people around us. He was like, I felt my baby kick for the very first time. It was really cute. So we were real excited. He got to feel the baby. And and week 18, I got up to 103 pounds. I was excited because I have never weighed that much in my life. So, I mean, I was excited when I got to 100, but that was even more exciting. week 19, I got to 105. And you better believe I was doing a little dance. And so my weight is gaining like I should, whereas in the beginning of the first trimester, I wasn't gaining any weight. Now I am. So I'm like right on track. My only problem I've been having in week 19 is the baby kept getting in my pelvic area. Like, he likes to get down there and stretch, and like, it hurts so bad. But the yoga ball seems to help. If I sit on it, it kind of gives me more space down there, and then he starts moving. But then when I lay down, he like goes right back down there. And sometimes I try to push him back up, and it's like a fight. And he's like, "No, Mommy, I don't want to." But he just loves it down there for some reason. And he loves to kick. He's kicking stronger and more often. He doesn't really kick in the morning. He doesn't want to be bothered in the morning at all. Sometimes if Todd's messing with him and like, "Wake up," he might do like one hard kick and then not kick again and just like, "Leave me alone, Dad." But other than that, he's not a morning person. He loves nighttime, and he kicks and kicks and kicks like crazy all night long. Also, week 19, we went on ahead and ordered fuzzy buns. We ordered the one size and a size 1, like a small, just so we could get them and start looking at them. And we're gonna go and buy a Charlie Banana and a Bomb Genius and just have those on hand, and just so we could start looking at cloth diapering and get our cloth diapering stashed together. Let's see, what else? So, we're excited about Thanksgiving, that's for sure. Oh, the one thing that I keep forgetting to say, and Todd's like, one of those cravings you haven't said that's really important craving is the biggest craving. Like, I probably have about 5 or 6 glasses of milk a day. I am in love with milk right now. Like, I am craving it like crazy. That's probably like my go-to thing right now. And so I haven't mentioned that at all this whole time. I've had it since the beginning. The milk thing has been from the very beginning. And I don't know why I've never mentioned it. Cottage cheese and sliced cheese right now is still a for me. Right now I'm craving curry like crazy, but where we moved to, they don't have curry. I'd have to make it at home, and lately I haven't been able to stand up and do that because the baby has really been like killing me lately. Another thing that I wanted to mention was something that I haven't talked about, but these necklaces. Todd and I decided that when we go into labor, that the labor and delivery part, that no one be in there other than me and Todd and my mom. And my mom's going to be in there for support for Todd since I'm not doing an epidural. He wants one extra person to help, me through the whole thing. But my mom and my sister and I are really, really close. And anytime we're sick, we all come together and we're together like, something really serious or whatever. And so even though I made this choice, it's still going to be really hard not having my sister there because her and my mom are my support system along with Todd. But to help me and my sister, I went and bought these necklaces. And they're little elephants because my brother loved elephants. That was his favorite animal. And so I thought that was very fitting. And that's kind of why we're doing the elephant giraffe theme, because I like giraffes, he likes elephants. And so it's a little elephant, and it's got a little bow, and it says Big Sis, which is what I always call my sis. I'm always like, "Hey, Big Sis." And she's always like, "Hey, little sis," And then the other one is the little elephant, which you probably can't see very well. And it says Little Sis, and it has a bow on it, and it's a little bitty elephant. And I felt like this would be a good thing because, moving and stuff has been hard between me and my sister being away from each other. And so I felt like maybe this would help during this time, but also during labor. So when I'm needing my sister and the strength of my sister, that I can hold on to my necklace. And when she's thinking about me out there in the waiting room or wherever she may be at that time, she'll be holding on to hers. And so it's kind of more of a sentimental thing for me and her, but I felt like I would, mention it. She hasn't even got it yet, and I don't think she's even seen it yet. But hopefully this weekend when I go visit her, I'm going to give them to her. So hopefully she'll see this before she sees the video. But that's all that's been going on this week. And next week we'll have more to update because that will be possibly when we find out what the sex of the baby is, unless he's stubborn and moving around and like kicking. But like the video if you liked it, subscribe so we know you're watching, and don't forget to mention down in the comments if there's something you really liked about the video, something in particular, and also, you know, tell us, you know, things we can improve on or videos that you might want to see. You know, like, do you want to see a Q&A with me and Todd? Would you like to see a video with me and my mom? Would you like to see a video of me and Janella? Would you like to see a video about our crazy, you know, bipolar dog? I don't know. But comment below. Also, another thing you could do, since this will probably go up before, you should comment down below what sex of the baby you think it's going to be, because we're going to do a tally. Like, I think it's a boy. Todd thinks it's a boy. My mom thinks it's a boy, but she wants a girl. And my sister, she wants a girl no matter what. Even if it's a boy, she's going to put bows on it, she said. So, comment down below. Try to comment under the video either in Facebook or in YouTube, because people were commenting, but it was all over the place. It was like on statuses I was putting and statuses Todd was putting, and so it was kind of confusing. So if you could comment underneath the video in YouTube or in Facebook, that would be helpful. So I guess I will show you the belly and we'll say goodbye. Here's the front of the belly with the shirt down. And here's the front of the belly with the shirt up. And here is the side of the belly with the shirt down. And the side of the belly with the shirt up. I'm getting pretty big. Pretty big. Alright, until next week, and I promise it will be next week. God bless.